Hi there, this is Brian, and I'm gonna be doing the tutorials for the final interview that will be held today. So, good luck. Before we start, kindly put my full name on the source that's on the upper right corner of the small sheet of paper. That is Brian Peron R. Esguerra, and my employee number is 3780701. All right. Okay. So we'll start it off with the first scenario. Our first scenario natin is icon identification. Okay. So in this set, the interviewer will pretend that he doesn't know anything about his phone. All right, and it's up to you to determine what application he's referring to, and you are gonna have to describe it to him. All right. So for today's test, here are the 6 icons that I'm referring to. Are you familiar with all of them? All right. So we'll start off with the first icon. That's YouTube, right? So that's mainly used in video streaming. So if you want to describe it, it's a red rectangle with a white play button. All right. Again, that's a red rectangle with a white play button. The next icon is Safari. So this is a internet browser. All right. So this is like Google Chrome, but in the iPhone version of it. So if you want to describe it, this icon looks like a compass. All right. Okay. The third one is Gmail. All right. So if you want to send emails to your friends, this is the application that you need to use. So how to describe it? It's an icon that looks like a big letter M. All right. Okay. So the next icon is Google Maps. All right. This is a navigation system which requires internet, of course. So how to describe it? It's an icon that has a small letter G, and right beside it, it's a pinpoint balloon. All right. Okay. The fourth one is Instagram. So this is like Facebook, but it's a different kind of social media. And how you describe it, it looks like a camera. All right. And last but not least, that's Messenger. So this one is a messaging app from Facebook. So if you want to describe it, it looks like a speech bubble that has a lightning bolt side. All right. Okay, I'll just give you guys a sample scenario so that you'll know how to answer it. Okay. So I would like to watch movies, videos, or maybe stream some music videos. What app do I need to do, or what do I need to do? All right. Well, if that's the case, Mr. Customer, you just need to click the icon that looks like a red rectangle with the white play button. Okay, easy as that. All right. So that's how you do the first scenario. All right. So we're moving on to the second set. Ang set po natin is about isang customer na hindi mag-connect sa internet. So, I'll give it a set. You know what? I've been calling back multiple times about my internet. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. Can you help me with this? Alright. So, yun po yung set natin ngayon. For this scenario, you'll be given 2 diagrams. Alright? So, yung first diagram, yan po yung front page ng iPhone. And yung second one is the settings. So, we're gonna be assisting this customer to turn on yung mobile data niya. But of course, hindi nyo rin alam. Okay? So, parehas kayong hindi alam na yun yung problema. So, you'll be guiding this customer to check first kung nakabukas ang data niya. And kung hindi, then you're gonna ask him to open it. Alright? Siguro mas familiar to sa mga gumagamit ng iPhone. But I'm gonna teach you regardless, okay? Alright? So, bawal po yung scroll down, ha? We're gonna be doing the settings way. Okay. So, let me start. So, Mr. Customer, let's try and check what happened to your internet. So, kindly click the icon that looks like a gear to go to the settings. Are you there? Are you there, sir? Okay. Do you see a cellular data button? Okay. Kindly click it, please. Alright. Is it currently on or off? It's off. Alright. Kindly swipe it to the right to turn it on. Why don't we try and check it out? Open an internet browser and check if you can connect to google.com. Oh, you can? Very good. Then I guess that solves the problem then. So there you go. That's the entire set for the second scenario. It's very easy to do. You're just going to be assisting the customer to turn on the mobile data on his iPhone. So let's move on to the third set. Alright, so our third set is about postpaid plans. Okay? Again, before we start, kindly put my name on the upper right corner of the application sheet. It's not really a sheet, but more of a small piece of paper. So, pagsamahin nyo na or litan nyo na lang yung sulat nyo. Pakilagay lang po ang Brian Peron R. Esguerra. Tapos slash employee number. That's 3780701. Alright? Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on to the third set for postpaid plans. Okay? So, just to give you guys an idea about postpaid plans. Ito po yung mga services ng Globe or Smart na hindi na po kailangan magpa-load kasi may monthly billing siya. So, it depends on what plan you use. Sometimes you use an unlimited text messages on a certain telco company. For example, may unlimited text ka sa Smart and TNT, tapos may 10 gig of data ka. Kapag may ginawa kang isang service or gumamit ka ng service na wala dun sa plan mo, it's gonna cost you money. And that will be billed at the end of the month. So, ang tawag dun sa mga services na sobra na ginamit nyo or natin, that's called overages. Alright? So, I'm explaining that now because this will be a key factor in finishing the third scenario. So, the third scenario is, you know what, I'm not happy with my bill because of the overages. What can you recommend to keep me as a loyal customer? Alright. So, as you can see, the price plan is unlimited call and text. That's 499 pesos. And that is unlimited calls and text to Smart TNT. 1 gig of Facebook for 30 days. On his second plan, that's 10 gigabytes of open access volume data with free 1.1 gigabyte of iFlex, Spinner, YouTube, all valid for 30 days. Okay. And right below that, yan, tingnan nyo po yung ilalim, and nakikita po natin yung overages. Alright? As you can see, the Pi is actually calling internationally to Hawaii and Guam. And just to let you know, Hawaii and Guam are provinces of the United States. So, US po siya. Okay? So, how do we explain to the customer tungkol dun sa overages niya? Okay? So, Mr. Customer, upon checking your account, you're using international calls that's not included in your plan. Simple as that, right? Because customer is using international calls and hindi siya kasama sa plan, and that's what's making her bill high. So that's the first part of the answer. Now let's move on to the second part of the answer, which is the recommendation. Okay? So, you have three choices: the international flexicall and text, Talk a lot IDD, Big Bites. So, what do you think? What do you think is the answer among these three? Right, it's the international flexi-colon text. So, why? It's because previously she used 300 minutes of calls to Guam. Okay? So, as you can see here, the Talk a Lot IDD is only 200 minutes and it's only IDD calls. But on Pi's averages, hindi sinabi kung IDD calls lang yung ginamit niya. So, just to be safe, we're going to a bit more expensive plan. So, how do we recommend? Just simply read, okay? So, we're gonna combine the explanation and we're gonna combine the recommendation, alright? So, it's like this. Mr. Customer, upon checking your account, you're using international calls. It's not included in your plan. What I can recommend is our international flexi-colon text that has 300 minutes or text to USA, Canada, Hong Kong, Singapore, Smart or TNT for a flat rate of just 1 peso 25 cents per minute of calls or per text for 30 days. And that is only 50 pesos. Would that work for you? And there you go. That's the answer to the third set. So try and practice it while waiting for your interview. We'll move on to the fourth, final set. Alright, so for the fourth set, here is the scenario. So I just got laid off and I can't pay my bill. I've been a client for 10 years and I never missed any payment. But with what's happening right now, I probably would have to just cancel my account. Alright, so that's the fourth set, okay? So we're gonna be helping the customer with some options. And of course, on our end, we don't really want to lose him because he's a tenured customer. So we're given 4 options here. Option 1, offer a one-time credit. Option 2, he can pay something today and then we can arrange 2 payments from him. And option 3, we can extend his payment for 10 days. Option 4, ask for full payment to secure the account from being suspended. So what do you think is the answer? Alright, that's correct. The answer is option 3, to extend the payment for 10 days. Why do you think so? Well, because it would really be awkward to ask payment from him kasi wala na siyang trabaho. And to be honest, if you ask me or even yourselves, cell phone load is not really a priority, don't you think? Okay, so that eliminates 2 and 4. Now for number 1, which is providing credit, that could also be an answer. We'll be discussing that later. Pero as representatives, we don't really give credits upfront, or hindi kagad natin siya binibigay without exhausting other options. So that leaves us with option 3, to extend his payment for another 10 days. Alright, so how do we answer that? We have to show a bit of empathy here because may inconvenience na nangyari kay customer. Not really from us, but of course we would like to also show that we care. So, here's the answer. Well, Mr. Customer, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your job. What we can do on our end is to extend your payment for another 10 days if you can't pay anything today. Okay, so that's the answer to the fourth scenario. If you get this scenario, you'll be given a follow-up question. The follow-up question is, what will I do if I can't pay it after 10 days? Okay, so if you are given the follow-up question, you need to, this is the time that you're gonna be giving credits to the customer. Ito na yung time para magbigay ng isang buwan na libre. So, just to share, no, I've been a loyal customer from Globe for a long period of time now. And there was one time na gusto kong lumipat to Converge kasi mas mabilis. At first, they were just trying to ask me kung sigurado ba ako na magpapakancel ako kasi sayang naman, loyal customer, blah blah blah. Pero at the end of the conversation wherein talagang gusto ko na talagang magpa-cancel, they offered me 1 month free. That's right, isang buwan na libre. And that's actually what we're going to be doing here today. So the answer to the follow-up question is, if you really can't pay your bill this month, Mr. Customer, we'll be crediting you this month and you can just pay next month. Would that work for you? And now, we're going to be combining the entire set. Okay? You know what? I just got laid off and I can't pay my bill. I've been a client for 10 years and I never missed any payment. But I'll probably will just cancel my account if I need to. Well, you know what, Mr. Customer? I'm really sorry to hear that you lost your job. Of course, we want to help you out. We can extend your payment for another 10 days so you don't have to pay anything today. I don't know. What will I do if I can't pay it after 10 days? No worries. I mean, you've been a loyal customer for our company. If you really can't pay it, we're just going to credit you this month so that you can just pay next month. Would that work for you? There. That's the answer to this set. What do you think? Okay. So, after the fourth set, pupunta na tayo sa commitment check. So, by chance na nasagutan nyo ng 4 na set ng tama, well, you'll be moving on to what we call the commitment check. We'll be asking, or the interviewer will be asking questions about your life. Alright, so I'll give you another scenario. So, this is for parents, no? Majority of the time na uma-absent ang mga agents is because walang nagbabantay sa anak nila. And that's true. If you declare that you have kids, you'll be getting questions like, who takes care of your kids? Do you have kids? Okay. So, if you say, who take care of your kids? Okay, so let's just answer it. Oh yeah, my mom take care of my kids. I live with her, so there's no problem with that. There's always the follow-up question would be like, what if she's not available? Who will take care of your kids? So they're trying to figure out if you'll be available any time of the day. Okay? Kasi attendance is very vital. Kasi nga, pag umabsent ka ng isa, tanggal ka na kagad sa training. So, they wanna make sure na hindi ka absent. Okay? Alright? So, bigyan pa kita ng isa pang sample scenario. What if after 2 months, let's just say I hire you, what if after 2 months, you realize that this is not the job for you? Very tricky, right? Kasi they're trying to check if you're gonna be giving up. Okay? So, they wanna know na hindi kasi para sa lahat ng call center. I'll be really blunt, no? Kasi there are people na talagang gustong subukan, tapos at the middle of the training sumusuko na kasi mahirap. Di naman sa mahirap kasi panggabi, 'di ba? Iba kasi yung trabahong panggabi. Tapos medyo nakaka-pressure din kasi it's, you know, may mga hinihit na stats. And at the end of it all, pag na-realize na nila sa sarili nila na parang mahirap, umalis na lang sila. And syempre, we don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that we invest in the right people. And that's why we do a commitment check. So, you need to make sure that pagka-answeran mo yung question na yun, you'll be providing answers na hindi ka sasuko. I'll make sure to ask guidance from my trainer or my team manager, I would also ask from help from my teammates. I'll make sure to come to work every day so that I don't miss any of my classes. Something like that. Okay? You just need to give out a point na hindi ka susuko sa training mo. And that concludes the entire tutorial for the final interview. Again po, let's just make sure na i-write po natin ang name ko sa source. That's on the upper right corner of the screen. Again, the name is Brian Peron Esguera /3780701. Okay? Alright. So, paano na lang po, avoid na lang po ng headhunters going to the site kasi po nakaschedule po kayo for final interview. Kapag nahila po kayo ng headhunter, they will try to write their name on your paper and mag-full process po kayo, which is 4 interview steps. Okay? So make sure to just avoid the headhunters and go directly to the site. Alright, you can find me in job offer room 3. I'm gonna be there from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if you have any questions, feel free to approach me. Alright, thank you for listening and good luck with your interview.